Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, 3 murdered, several injured in drive-by shooting on Mandela Terrace. 3 people are now dead and several others recovering from injuries after gunmen opened fire along Mandela Terrace late Friday night. The deceased has been identified as the 32-year-old Derek Goodgame Jr., also known as Ricky, a laborer of Chatsworth Avenue, and the 23-year-old Kimberly Plummer, a customer service representative of the community. An unidentified male of dark complexion with tattoos on his left arm and the chest, sporting a plaited hairstyle and clad in a black t-shirt and a light blue jeans shorts, was also killed during the incident. Reports are that around 10:10 p.m., individuals were at a third night event for a recently deceased man of the community when an undetermined number of vehicles drove up on Mandela Terrace. It is alleged that occupants of the vehicles alighted, armed with firearms, and opened gunfire wildly along the roadway. When the shooting subsided, the men reportedly escaped in the vehicles. It was later discovered that several individuals sustained gunshot injuries. The police were alerted, and the injured were taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where the deceased were pronounced dead on arrival. The police are investigating. Woman fatally shot, 2 men injured while playing dominoes in Lawrence Tavern. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Spring Criminal Investigation Branch are searching for gunmen who shot 3 people, 1 fatally, early this morning, who were playing a game of dominoes along a roadway in Kingston. The deceased woman has been identified as 28-year-old Rosina Gilbert Morgan of Kingston District. It is reported that about 12:20 a.m., the victims were playing dominoes along the roadway when gunshots rang out. Checks revealed that Gilbert Morgan, along with the 2 men, were shot. They were assisted to hospital, where the woman was pronounced dead and the men were admitted. Taxi operator hospitalized following gun attack in St. Andrew. The St. Andrew North Police are probing a gun attack on a taxi operator along Mannings Hill Road last night. It is reported that about 9 p.m., the 37-year-old cabbie turned up at the Kingston Public Hospital with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the head. He was admitted for injuries received. He is said to have been shot by unknown assailants in the vicinity of a food establishment along the roadway. No motive has been established for the shooting. The Kingston Spring Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. Met Service on alert for tropical wave, which is likely to develop into tropical depression. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica is monitoring a tropical wave in the Central Atlantic, which has a medium chance of developing into a tropical depression next week while moving westward across the Caribbean Sea. The tropical wave is currently located several hundred miles east of the Lesser Antilles, and according to the National Hurricane Center, it continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms. It is forecast to move westward and reach the Lesser Antilles on Monday. Thereafter, environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this system, the NHC said, adding that a tropical depression could form while it continues moving westward across the Caribbean Sea through the middle to the latter part of the week. Cops charge alleged gang members in West Kingston. 2 men accused of participating in gang-related activities have been charged by the Kingston Western Police. Kiwoni Howell, 25, otherwise called Roy, and the 19-year-old Nijay Madhead Wright have both been charged for being a member of a criminal organization and participating in a criminal organization. The police disclosed that based on investigations, Wright and Howell are said to be active members of the Bentley Lane Gang, who operates in Roostown, Kingston 13. Between November 2020 and August 2024, the police said the gang committed numerous unlawful activities in and outside of the community. These included murders and shootings. Howell and Wright are also facing murder and shooting charges after they were accused of being involved in a double murder committed on Sunday, October 22, 2023 also in the Rosetown community. This murder, police investigators revealed, was said to be a reprisal for the killing of a member of the gang. Howell and Wright were charged following a question-and-answer interview and the recording of eyewitness statements. No court date was given for the accused men. ICE conducts a single adult and a family unit removal flight to Cuba and Jamaica. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency on Friday said that it continued to facilitate removal flights of single adults and family units to Cuba and Jamaica. ICE said that those removal flights took place between August 26 and August 30 and also included nationals from Brazil, Cameroon, Central America, Colombia, Ecuador, Liberia, and Mexico. If a non-citizen arrives and has no legal basis to remain in the United States, they are processed and removed quickly, consistent with U.S. law, ICE said. In the year following the end of the Title 42 Public Health Order between May 12, 2023 and May 12, 2024, ICE said the Department of Homeland Security removed or returned over 742,000 individuals, the vast majority of whom crossed the southwest border, including more than 111,000 individual family members. It said total removals and returns in that period exceeded removals and returns in every full fiscal year since 2010. Since the presidential proclamation to temporarily suspend the entry of certain non-citizens across the southern border and the complementary joint interim final rule issued by DHS and the U.S. Department of Justice 12 weeks ago, ICE said DHS has removed and returned more than 92,000 individuals to more than 130 countries, including by operating more than 300 international repatriation flights. In keeping with the standard practice, the United States ensures that all non-citizens without a legal basis to remain in the United States are properly screened for valid protection claims and withholding of removal in accordance with our laws and the U.S. international obligations, ICE said. This applies to all non-citizens, regardless of nationality, to ensure the orderly and humane processing, transfer and removal of single adults and family units, it added, stating that non-citizens placed into removal proceedings presented their claims for leave or protection from removal before immigration judges in the immigration courts, which are administered by the U.S. Justice Department's Executive Office for Immigration Review. Due to operational security reasons, ICE said it does not confirm or discuss future or pending transportation operations. ICE said its air operations facilitates the transfer and removal of non-citizens, including family units, via commercial airlines and the chartered flights in support of its field offices and other DHS initiatives. In fiscal year 2023, ICE said its enforcement and removal operations conducted 142,580 removals and 62,545 Title 42 expulsions to more than 170 countries worldwide. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.